All right, guys. First of all, welcome all of you. So this particular topic or this particular IPSEC deep dive is from a very different point of view. It's going to be more packet communication. It's going to be more about the packet captures, understanding how the packet gets originated for a VPN, how does it travel to different locations, and what basically happens when two devices or two firewalls are communicating with each other from a VPN point of view. Okay, so we'll take multiple packet captures at multiple locations to understand how does this VPN is working at different levels. Okay, that's the target. Now, this is less theory, more from a practical point of view, that how would you go about looking into the details of information on the firewall from the VPN point of view, and how would you identify one by one what could be the problem. Now, in this session today itself, I'm going to ask you situations and scenarios. I'll give you situations and scenarios. I'll wait, and you guys need to give me the answers to it. Meaning, I'll give you a different situation. You have to think about it. Tell me what could be the right troubleshooting step, and then I'll show you that what you said is actually correct or not, or what could be the other options that we can go for, or what should be the best logical reasoning behind whatever step that you take. Okay. So having said all these things, let's begin now. It's an IPSEC deep dive with packet captures. Okay. So let me go ahead and share the screen. Okay. So I'm going to take so this is IPSEC. Let's open this up. And I'll go ahead and power on these devices, all of them. Now keep your chat window open, keep your fingers ready, all right? And whatever I'm going to ask you, just make sure that you give the answers to it. You all, just give me a quick yes or no. Do you guys all have access to the Google form to ask questions? Do you have access to the Google form? Quick yes or no. Okay. Got a few no's, so no problem. This is the Google form that you can use. Now, again, it's any questions that you can think of, just put it up over here. Okay, now let's start. Now, before I start, let me go ahead and explain you the setup that we have. Over here, you have, let me zoom this up a little bit. Okay. This guy is our user, okay, and headquarter user. Next is your headquarter firewall deployed. This headquarter firewall is deployed to a router, which is the edge router, and edge router is basically connected to the ISP. Okay, or you can just basically say this is the internet connection. Okay. All of these firewalls are having a management connection as well. This is just to get access to the firewall, because we are doing this in the lab, right? So to ensure that you get the lab access to it, the web GUI, this is the reason. Otherwise, in practical situations or scenarios, you might not have this. Okay, you might have you might have this system, and you will be connecting to this particular firewall. From this particular system, you might be connecting to this firewall. Okay, this is just from a lab point of view. Okay. Now, we have an HQ user, we have a branch user. The HQ user has an IP address of 172.16.32.10. The branch user has 172.32.32.10. Okay. Idea is to ensure that this communication happens properly, and vice versa. Looking like a sunrise, correct? Yeah. So this needs to happen. There is a VPN tunnel which is created between these two people. Okay, this is the VPN tunnel that will be created between both of them. Now, And then this VPN tunnel is actually going through the edge router as well, this guy. Okay, so we will take captures over here as well. Okay, we will take packet captures across all these three devices. Okay, and we'll see what is happening at the traffic where it is originating, the in mid of the traffic, and at the destination, what's happening at each of these locations, one, and how does the response is coming up, what exactly you see in the packet capture, and what exactly are the information that you should be able to extract from that packet captures. Okay, that's the whole point of this particular IPsec VPN case. IPsec in itself is an ocean. There are so many situations, scenarios, methods, troubleshooting, labs that we can create, that probably I can have 10 to 15 situations or scenarios just on the IPsec VPN, and each very, very different from each other. Another. So point is that over here, the need and the help that I need from you guys is to just update me or ping me or share with me what situation or scenario that you're looking for. All right. And then I'll go ahead and, create sessions on those as well. So keeping one of the situations in mind, this is more about IPsec VPN, but from a packet capture point of view. Okay. Now, having said that, just have a quick look into the IP address so that you are familiar when I'm going to show you the configuration. 172.16.32.10 is the end user IP. 172.16.32.1 is the gateway or the FortiGate firewall's LAN interface. 10.10.10.10 is my WAN interface IP. Okay, and this is my WAN gateway. Okay, the edge router. Edge router's port 3 is also the WAN gateway, but for the branch location, having an IP address of 20.20.20.1, and the branch FortiGate firewall has the IP address of 20.20.20.10. Okay, this is more like a point-to-point communication between these two. Okay, then you have 172.32.32.1, which is the LAN IP address or the LAN gateway for the branch user 172.32.32.10. Okay, hope this much is clear. Again, keep your fingers with your chat box, because now we'll be ready with the questions. First thing which you have to do and understand is to take the CLI of this. So this is the headquarters, this is the branch, and this is the edge router. Okay. This will be the HK user. I'm taking the command CLI of this as well, and branch user as well. Okay. They don't have an IP address as of now. I'm going to configure it right in front of you. Okay. So see, it's all zeros. So HQ user, tell me what's the IP address? IP 172.16.32.10. And the gateway is 172.16.32.1. Okay. Done. Let's take up over here the branch user 32.32.10 0.32.32.1. Okay. Let's do a quick ping and see whether we are able to ping the gateways. Okay. 172.32.31. We're able to ping. So I know that the FortiGate firewall's port configuration is there and it is working out. Let me do the same from over here as well. Ping 172.16.32.1. I'm able to ping it from over here as well. Great. So both the gateways are working fine for me. Okay. Pretty simple, straightforward, nothing fancy over here. Now, let's go to the headquarters. Let's see what IP address do I have. So get system interface. I'll grab this for port 1. And the IP address that I have is 14. Okay, so my headquarters IP address is 14. Okay, let's type in that 192. 168.0.14. In the meantime, let's see what do we have on the branch side. Get system interface. I'll grab this for port 1. We have 18. Okay. So got the 14. Let's log in now. And 18 is there as well. So headquarters here, branch here, and let's look into the edge router. 15. Okay. Now, be ready. I'll go ahead and show you whether this VPN tunnel is up and running or not. Okay, there is a configuration which is already available on your FortiGate firewalls on both the sides. Okay, so ideally you are expected to ping 172.16.32.10. You should be able to ping this guy from the branch and vice versa. So if I open up headquarter user and try to ping 172.32.32.10, if my configuration is fine, I should be able to do it. Okay, so if I come over here, we'll ping 172.32.32.10. Do you see this? The first ping is a timeout, and all the other pings I'm able to reach. What does it mean? Is my VPN tunnel up or not? Quick yes or no. Is the VPN tunnel up or not? Or is it maybe going through a different channel altogether? Type in the chat box. Yep. Correct. So basically right now my VPN tunnel is up. Let me show you now. Okay. Now I'll not show you the configuration. The point of this session is that you should be able to fetch the information just by captures and troubleshooting and debugging. Okay. So IPSEC monitor. There you go. Do you see this? Your VPN tunnel is up. Okay. Now I'll start playing with you guys. Okay. How do I do that? There you go. So sharing is stopped. Now what will happen is I'll make a change on the system. I'll make a change on somewhere in this topology. I want you guys to figure it out just by troubleshooting. Okay. So let me go ahead and start the sharing once more. Can you guys see my screen now? All of you, quick yes or no? Can you see it? Okay. Now I'll try this once more. Now it is timing out. You as an engineer don't have access to the web GUI. You've been called to fix this problem. What is the first level of troubleshooting that you'll do? You can unmute yourself and answer the question. You can put it up in the chat box also. But I would definitely like to hear from all of you. What do you think? Tell me the first step to troubleshoot this issue. Customer comes to you, end user comes to you and says, I'm not able to reach this guy. And this is going through the VPN tunnel. What would you do? Okay, so Akhil says that I'll go ahead and ping the gateway. Okay, what else I can do? So first is pinging the gateway. That's a good step because we are not really sure of what could be the problem or the challenge right now. So we'll take from the basics. We'll start from the basics, and step by step we'll move one step further. Okay, let's not jump to conclusions. We'll not jump to any conclusions. We'll be moving step by step. Okay, so fine, Akhil, let's try to ping the gateway. What's the gateway IP address? Okay, looks like my gateway is reachable. Vishwa says routing table. So Vishwa needs to be a little bit clarity. What exactly are you looking for in the route? And routing table where? Headquarters or branch? Where? Edge router? Where do you want to see this?
Yeah, at edge router. So for
Edge router, right?
right.
So I'll come Vishwa and get a router info routing table details. There you go. So basically, it's a pretty simple and straightforward route where if there's a 10 network, I'll send it to port 2. And if what I need to do is a directly connected network, so I'll use this one. What else do you think? Arun, Biswajit, Ahmad, Kartika, Levin, what do you guys think? Manoj, Sanjay, Sunil, Sham, Vivek, what do you think? This is the point of this session. This is the point that it's not about Maggie 2-minute noodles that I'll go on and on and on and tell you that okay, this is that and this is that. It's about you guys stepping up, thinking about the situation and fixing the problem. Because if you want to understand and troubleshoot issues when you're doing your real jobs, your mind will only work when you're using it over here. It's pretty simple maths. If you practice enough, you will be able to do it in the examinations as well. But if you don't practice, you won't be able to do it in the examinations. Okay. What is the next thing that you'll do? I was able to ping the gateway, and ping is working. So at least from my basic reachability connectivity, I'm able to do that. Okay. So the next suggestion that I have is from Akhil as well. And he says that I would probably like to ping the IP address 10.10 and 20.10. Okay. Kartika says that a trace route would also be a better option. A trace route from where? The end user machine or the headquarters or from the branch, and to which destination? We need to be specifics. We need to give specifics over here. Where? So I'm not sure if my system do have trace route. Let me see if I have it. Yes, it does have trace. So let's take trace. 172.32.32.10 CIP address. Okay, there you go. So the trace route says that I am able to reach my gateway, and that's it. I'll do this once more. Next step. Guys, step up. Type in. Again, it's not about me doing all the troubleshooting and tell you, okay, this is how the Maggi noodles are created. It's about you. Port specifications. Just to let you know, there is no port issues. Arun says check branch public IP reachable from the headquarters. Okay, that's also a good point. So basically, we need to see whether the branch is able to communicate with the headquarters or not. Okay, how do we do that? Should we do that from the headquarters? Let's come over here. Okay. Now, let's say, for example, I do not have information about the next, my gateway. I do not know. How will I know that? I'll take that. So see, what happens is that whenever you are working with the VPNs, right, whatever firewall that you're working with, you should know basic commands that should be used to understand the IP address information, the details, and the parameters which is being used. So over here, I'll say get VPN IPsec tunnel summary. See, now there you go. It says I have a VPN by the name of HQ branch, and the IP address used is 20.20.20.10, and I have the selectors in the category of total and up. So total, I have one selector, out of which 0 is up. So I know the VPN tunnel is down. Okay. How much packets is in the receive category? There is 0. And how much packets in the transfer category? There is 0. So basically, VPN tunnel is down at the HQ location. Okay. That's one thing which I got to know. Okay. Now, Arun says that I would like to check the public IP whether it is reachable or not. So fine, let's do that. Execute ping 20.20.20.10. Okay, I'm not able to ping my branch IP address. Now what should I do? Think about it. I have a VPN tunnel between the headquarters and the branch, and the headquarter, I'm trying to communicate with the branch location. The branch location is not reachable to me. Now, is this a problem with the ISP, or is it a problem on the branch, or is it a problem on the headquarters? How will I confirm this? 3 questions. Is it a problem on my headquarters? Is it a problem on the ISP? Or is it a problem on the branch? Because only these 3 factors are available to us and nobody else. Right? So
Hi. Can you ping to the ISP router?
The ISP router.
Yeah. From the HQ.
From the headquarters. Okay. So what's the IP address of my?
Can you open the diagram side by side also? It's better.
So no. It's all about fetching the information from the devices, because in real-time situations we never have topology with us, right?
Real-time situation, we know the IPs, right? Okay, I got you. Okay.
Yeah, so we are fetching the information, right? So
Yes.
let's understand. Let's see what IP address we have. So
Okay.
I know my LAN port 3, and port 1 is basically my management or the IP I use to access. And I have port 2 and it has a plus sign. So I know some virtual interface is there. So if I do click on this, it says a tunnel interface. So I know, yes, this is the guy.
It is a WAN side. It is a WAN side.
So 22.20.20.20.10 is
So my gateway,
but this
my
is
WAN side IP.
branch,
Okay.
right? Let's
This is
go to
branch.
the interface section, port 2, 10.10.10.10, right? So I know my gateway IP is 10.1. Execute ping. Okay, that's reachable. So ISP is not the problem, or at least for now, I can't say that the ISP reachability could be a problem, or at least from the headquarters side, it's not.
Can you ping from the same branch?
From the branch, okay. But before jumping onto the branch, can we give a confirmation that
Can you
this
also show me the routing table once again?
routing table, okay?
So get.
Guys, are you able to follow till here? Give me a quick yes or no. Are you guys able to follow? Is it going to getting complicated, or maybe you're missing out something? Give me a quick yes or no, all of you. Are you able to follow? Okay. Now, before see, I'll tell you what, I'll give you an analogy. The slower you troubleshoot, the better and deep it will deepen up your logics of troubleshooting. Okay. And then maybe on the job, you can fasten up the pace. But whenever you're doing labs, slow down as possible as you can, and make sure whatever step you take, it has a strong logic behind it, and then only move ahead. So before you leave the headquarter branch, before you leave the headquarters FortiGate firewall, you should be 100% sure that the problem is not on this particular firewall. I'm not saying that there could be a problem on this firewall or it could be a problem somewhere else. All I'm saying is don't leave any step unturned so that your troubleshooting skills enhances by practice. So you have a routing table in front of you. What do you make out of this? This is directly connected and I am able to ping it as well. So no problems. This is connected via port 2. This is directly connected on port 3. This is a summary route, a null route. A summary route or null route is basically a route which is a black hole, meaning although it's part of my FortiGate course, I've already explained this, but for now, think of this as a route which is to ensure that this particular traffic of 172.32/24 network should not go anywhere else apart from the the route which is active. We have 192.168, which is also, so anything which it says is directly connected, that means it's a physical interface. Okay, it's directly connected onto the firewall itself. So I have 172.16.32.0, 192.168 is directly connected, and 10.10 is directly connected. Before moving on,
can you ping the which branch WAN IP by help of source IP, the headquarters WAN IP. Execute ping source like this.
But what IP should I use?
Okay, ping HQ WAN. Okay, from WAN, source is WAN IP. Yeah, source. The HQ WAN IP.
HQ WAN IP. Okay.
Yes, and the destination should be okay. Enter. What is this HQ IP? Enter. Then execute the branch WAN IP. It's not reaching.
Yeah, let's make it a little easy. What we know till now, what is the information that we know till now is that headquarters is not able to reach the other side, which is 20.20.20.10. Okay. Can we take some packet captures to see what's happening?
Yes.
Okay, let's go into the edge router and see what's happening. What the hell is happening? Diagnose sniffer packet. What do you want to see? The ping packets, or do you want to see the VPN packets? I'll leave it up to you. What would make you feel that this is much better?
First thing, like WAN from WAN. Yes.
Okay, let's take up ICMP. Let's see what's happening. Okay. Oh, sorry. Okay.
Can you explain what is the 0-1 meaning?
See, 4 is
4 is okay. 4 is okay, and the 0-1?
0 is a number of count of packets. If I put in 5 or 10 or 15, then after 5 packets or 10 packets or 15 packets, it will stop. If I say 0, that means it will continue to run till I don't type in Control C.
And what about 1?
It's
the last
L. L is the
Yeah.
local time zone.
Oh, with time. Okay, great.
Okay.
Okay.
So let's try this once more. From the HQ user, I'm trying to ping the end user machine. Okay. The edge router is not even say any, no traffic is basically coming up over here. Can anybody tell me why? From the HQ user, the user machine, the end user machine, when I'm trying to ping 32.32.10, which is the end the end branch user machine, in the edge router, I'm not even getting any packet. So is it a problem on the HQ or is it a problem on the branch? Okay, let's take another packet capture, diagnose sniffer packet, any, and I'll say host 10 172.32.30.10. Okay, that's the IP address I want to ping, correct?
Yes.
Let's ping this once more. Okay, I am able to see traffic coming in. So I can see the traffic coming with the IP of 172.16.32.10, and it's going to 172.32.32.10, which is fine. This is the actual source and this is the actual destination. I can see the traffic is coming via port 3 also. Come up, guys. Come on. Tell me. Don't be a silent spectator. Tell me, what do you think or what should be done? Even if it is wrong, that's fine. But think about the situations. So I have a packet capture running on my headquarter machine, which can see that I am able to receive the traffic on port 3, which is actual my LAN interface. And from here, packet is coming with the actual, with the correct source IP as well. And it's the correct destination IP as well. But it's just traffic receive. If the VPN tunnel was working fine, I would have also seen traffic going out. So if I don't see any traffic going out, what could be the problem? So how do you identify this? You type in the command get router info routing table details. Okay. And I'm looking for 172.32.32.10. So if I do enter, what does it say? Routing entry for 172.32.30.0/24 exists where a static entry which has a distance of 10 and a metric of 0, and it is via HQ branch tunnel. So I know this is going through the tunnel, that's fine. And this is via 20.20.20.10, but for some reason this interface is inactive. Now I know this is inactive because it's not being used anywhere, and it's a problem somewhere in the topology, or some misconfiguration is there. I'm not really sure of how to figure this out. Okay, let's try to figure this out. From the headquarters, I know that my VPN tunnel is down. Okay, fine, no problem. Tunnel down, let's try to figure out where the problem is. Now, the first thing which we need to understand is, if my VPN tunnel is down, then the basic network connectivity with the branch is not there. That is the assumption that normally comes up. If I do execute ping 20.20.20.10, I'm not able to reach it. Now, one of you did mention this up, but there was no follow-up question as to what should be done next. See, now we know that, okay, the basic layer 3 connectivity to my branch location is not there. All right, let's take a packet capture. Where should I take a packet capture? Edge router. Shouldn't we take this packet capture? See this, what it is showing up. I am receiving a packet on port 2, which is coming inside, having the IP address of 10.10.10.10, which is who? Who is this IP? This is Mr. Headquarters. right? Going to 20.20.20.20.20. Who is this guy? This is Mr. Branch. It's for the ISMP. I did ping, yes, of course, echo request. But do you see anything over here? Do you see anything which is a little, what do you say, weird? Traffic is coming inside. But do you see any traffic going outside? Do you see a traffic going outside? Yes.
No. No.
If I don't see a traffic going outside, what do you think could be the problem?
The routing table. Can you check routing?
Okay, so let's get router info, routing table, details, 20.20.20. But by the way, 20.20 is a connected route for me. See, get router info, routing table, details. Show system interface port 2. 10.10 IP address, right? Port 3. 20.20. It's a connected route for me.
No issue.
Then why is it not? Maybe the firewall policy is not there. Should we check that? Show firewall policy. So traffic coming from port 2 going to port 3, source address all, destination address all, service all. I could not have a better firewall policy than this. The name is from HQ to BR, port 2 to port 3. Let's look over here. Port 2 is there. Port 3 is there. Tell me where the problem is. Okay. Let me show you. Get router info, routing table details. Do you see port 3 anywhere? Show system interface port 3. Port 3 is having 20.20.20.1. But why I am not able to see it anywhere over here? I should be able to, but I am not able to see it. That means something is wrong with this port. How will I know that? Okay, let's see. Get so this is a command which is called as get hardware NIC port 3. So it will tell me information about the port 3. Let's see. So port 3, this is the version, blah, 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 hardware address, permanent address, link status is up, link is down. Look over here. Do you see this? The link is down. So Arun, when you say port 3 is disabled, is the port 3 disabled? Or something else?
No, sir. Actually, if there is any link between, means the physical link between the
So
edge
physical
router and
issues with
branch
the link,
router.
basically. Correct?
Yes.
Correct. Now, if there is a physical issue with the links and this is the edge router, so where is the problem? ISP, right?
Yes.
Edge router is ISP for us. So point over here is how did we confirm this? Taking captures to see whether the traffic is hitting us or not. There is one more way. Let's say, for example, okay, there is one more way. What I did was I showed you packet captures, okay, and I showed you those packet captures on your headquarters, and then from the headquarters, yeah, I have shown you the packet capture on your ISP router. Now, let's say, for example, I don't have access to the edge router or the ISP. Then, I mean, and 99% that's the case, right? We don't have access to the ISP router. So how will I know? Pretty simple. See, what was the command I used over here? Hold on. Admin if. Okay. I'll give you the same analysis, but from a different point of view. Okay. Copy, paste, enter. So I'm taking a packet capture once more. HQ user, I'll type in this. We'll go back, and there you go. I can see traffic coming in from port 3 and port being received. Nothing is happening. Why? Because the tunnel is down. If the tunnel is down, how will I confirm this up? Because on the branch side, I won't receive this. Why would I not receive it? Because VPN tunnel is down, right? Let's see from a different point of view. Now what I'll do is, again, I'll take a capture, but this time not about ICMP, not host. I'll say diagnose sniffer packet any, and I'll say port 500. There you go. What packet capture I'm taking it over here now? I am taking port 500. What is port 500? It's a VPN port, correct? So when I'm taking a VPN port, now see what's happening. Port 2 traffic going out from 10.10.10.10 to 20.20.20.10 at port 500. That means the headquarter is trying to create or make a connection, but for some reasons there is no response coming back. Do you see this? Yes. Is this much clear before I move forward?
Yeah, hi. Can I ask one more thing? This is not
Yes.
related to this one. UDP 396, right? Somewhere also I saw some different protocol number. What is this?
Of the packet.
Size of the packet.
Do you see this over here? UDP 64.
Okay,
Right?
this is not a protocol, right? Then
No,
this is not
protocol
a
is
protocol
dot.
number.
So when you see this dot 500, this is the port. See, 20.20.20.10. This is the IPv4, right?
Okay, then
And
the port.
after that, the dot 500 is the port.
Okay, then the UDP.
UDP is the protocol, and this is the size. This is a packet size. UDP packet.
Okay, for example, is a TCP means it will show TCP and the port this packet size, right?
Packet size. Yes, it's showing up the packet size. It has nothing to do with the port number. Port number is this.
Okay, great. Okay, thank you.
No problem. So now till here it's absolutely fine, right? All of you, give me a quick yes or no in the chat box. So we are able to see the VPN traffic being originated at the headquarter location, right? Now, in the headquarters, I can see the traffic is originated with the 10.10 and it is being going to 20.20. By the way, guys, is it going as a bouncer to anyone? Please do let me know on the chat box. Okay. Because I'm actually assuming that the theory is taken care. We are just taking from the practical viewpoint. Okay. Now, this was confirmed. Now let's go back to the branch. Admin Eve diagnose sniffer packet any, and I'll say port 500 40, and there we go. Let's see what's happening over here. Now, do you see the difference between the headquarters and the branch? The headquarters were consistently trying to create a connection to the other side. But on the other side, it's already a couple of seconds. I don't really see anything. Now we do know from our situation one, where we took captures on the the ISP, and we were able to see that the port is down, right? But from branch location, I do not know that. How will I confirm this? Who can tell me? Pretty simple, right? Execute ping 20.20.20.1. It won't ping for me, right? Show system interface port 3 is this port 2. 20.20.20.10. What's my gateway? 20.20.20.1. Am I able to ping my gateway? No. Is this clear? Give me a quick yes or no. See, even the ARP, I do not have any information. Do you want to see this from the packet capture? Let's see. Let me show you this. Diagnose sniffer packet, any ARP. Okay, let's see. See, you're getting some ARP and it's for 192.168, which is on port 1. That's okay, because port 1 is basically the management traffic. So I can ignore the port 1, but I don't see anything for port 2. Nothing is getting generated. It looks like blank. Now let me show you. Once more, I will do this. In the branch location, I'll go execute ping 20.20.20.1. Now see, what do you see? Port 2, an ARP getting generated 20.20.20. Who has 20.20.20.1? Please tell 20.20.20.10. Now we know at a layer 2 level that ARP broadcast is to get the MAC address information, correct? Are we getting the MAC address information? No. So my port 2 is trying to find the gateway. I'm actually trying to get the information about my gateway's MAC address, but I'm not able to get my MAC address of my gateway. Okay. This is a clear-cut understanding of that the problem is not on your HQ, is not on your branch also, because if I do take packet captures, I can see that from the ARP, I have no information about my gateway. Are you able to see? Are you able to understand this? Give me a quick yes or no. Put it up in the chat box, all of you. No information coming from my gateway, MAC address. If I'm not getting that, how will I even do anything, right? Let me show you now. Let me show you the topology. There you go. Do you see this? This port is disabled. Okay. Now, in real situations and scenarios, even if this is happening at the ISP level, you don't have any clue that this is happening. Why? Because ISPs, you don't have access to the ISP. How will I confirm this? This is how you'll confirm. Taking capture on this side, taking capture on the HQ side, but step by step with logical understanding of why you're doing and what you're doing. On the HQ side, I understood, or I took a capture and I saw that I am able to send the traffic from 10.10 500 port to 20.20 20.10 500 port, and I'm sending the traffic from port 2, which is actually the right way of handling this, because port 2 is connected to the ISP router and or the edge router, and the other side is also connected. The branch is also connected to the other side. Okay, so point over here is that at least the HQ location is sending the right information from the right interface, correct? Let's come to the branch section. Now in the branch section, the first thing which I did was took a packet capture on port 500, just like I did on HQ. But to my surprise, I never found even a single packet getting originated over here from port 500. So what is the logical reason behind it? So the logical reason behind this is that if I am not, or if this particular side is not generating any traffic and I'm not able to see any traffic on port 500, port 500 is layer 4, right? If I'm talking about ports, I'm either talking about layer 7 or I'm talking about layer 4, correct? If it is 443 or 53 or 500, doesn't matter what. If it is port number, it is either layer 4 or it is either layer 7, correct? If I'm not able to see any information about the ports, there is a high chance that maybe the basic connectivity on layer 3 or layer 2 is not there. Are you able to understand till here? Are you with me? Quick yes or no? Yes, good. So when I don't have information about the port, then the logic says, let's drill down to layer 3 and layer 2. So this is what exactly I did. I took a ping and see, is it my gateway? Am I able to reach my gateway? And 100% loss. Okay. See, till here I know. As soon as I do this, I know it's a problem on the ISP. But again, when you're working with the ISP, you need some conclusive proof that the problem is on their side and not on your side. 90% and 95% of the time when you connect with the ISP and then you log a request with them, 95% of the time it happens that they'll come up and saying, no problem over there, check your own side. 90% of the time. So you do not want to do that. You want to ensure that they take some good steps to figure out the problem. So before somebody even tries to question whether this is right or not, or whether you did your diligence or not, whether you tested and verified everything or not, ping confirms it's a problem on my gateway, but that does not confirm whether I have the right facts with me or not. So what was the next logical thing to do? Check, is the interfaces correctly configured or not? Yes, it is configured correctly. Then I checked the ARP information. Again, logical reasoning. I'm just drilling down from layer 3. I was on layer 4, then I went to layer 3, then I am from layer 3, I came to layer 2. Okay, look over here. I did a get system ARP. I saw no ARP for my port 2, for my 20.20. So what I did, the next logical reasoning is, okay, I'll take a packet capture for ARP to see whether the information is there or not. Okay, whether any packets I can see for ARP broadcast for my gateway. Now, nothing I was able to see. So what I did was I forcefully pushed traffic from my location, from my I started a ping basically to ensure that some traffic gets created, right? So it does start the broadcast of who has 20.20.20.20. Please tell 20.10. And this way, with these packet captures, if I want to go to my ISP and state that it's a problem on your side, and if they come up saying, no, everything is fine over here, please check your side, they cannot come up with that. Reason, we have the facts. You can share these facts over an email. Hey, you know what? Our VPN tunnel is down. We did certain troubleshooting and found out that on the branch side, your gateway is not reachable. We have our packet captures, which confirms that the 20.10 IP address, which is configured on our side, and 20.1 IP address, which is configured on your side, which is our gateway, I'm not getting any ARP reply. And this is the packet capture screenshots. Please take a look and fix the problem for us. Is it clear? Quick yes or no? Now, another situation that that basically is, I'll just resume this. So as soon as I do this and go back, HQ user, I'll ping this once more. Okay, sorry, not the trace. Ping, and there we go. Ping is working for us. Okay. ISP problem solved. Now, before I move on to the next situation or a scenario, were you all were able to understand this? Give me a quick yes or no. Sanjay, Sunil, Sham, Arun, Akhil, Ajay, Vivek. Okay. Okay, good. So the next situation we'll take up maybe by next week. Okay, so the next week the situation would be, I'm telling you right in advance. Okay, there will be no problems with the edge router, no ISP issues. The problem would be maybe on the HQ, maybe on the branches, but a major problem which is very kind of very crucial and is very genuine and very generic, and it comes very often. Okay, so we'll take about that again with packet captures and see what is happening. Now we are going to take a deep dive into a next problem which is called as packet performance troubleshooting. Okay, you must have heard about issues. My VPN is up, but I'm not able to ping anything. My VPN is up, but it's too slow. My VPN is up, but I'm not able to access my websites. It's very slow. If I try to access the website locally onto the system where the site is hosted, it works absolutely fine. If somebody is accessing from the internet, the website works absolutely fine. But if I initiate a VPN tunnel and then I access the website, it's too slow. It takes 5 minutes just to access the site. Okay. So now what we are going to do is we are going to, take a pause, and next week when we'll sit again, this time, this would be the situation that we'll be working with. What I want from you guys is ask as much questions possible that can be used for this particular implementation. Okay. Sham, you have a question?
Yeah, same day, next week also.
Tell me.
Same day, next week.
Most probably yes. Saturday 9 p.m. I'll ask in my Telegram community because there are so many people, right? So I'll give 2-3 options, whichever is the most used. I'll take that up.
Sure. Thank you.
Yeah. By the way, guys, give me a quick I don't know, maybe a feedback. Was it good enough for all of you? Because now onwards we'll be taking separate situations, and we'll understand the logic of what is happening, why is it happening, and the whole understanding of logic, because network troubleshooting is nothing but just logics. If you have the concepts clear with you, your logic will also be clear, and if the logic is clear, the troubleshooting will be clear. If the troubleshooting is clear, your situation will be fixed, your issues will be fixed. Okay. Firewall mastery or FortiGate firewall mastery or any firewall mastery for that matter, whether it is Palo Alto or Checkpoint or whatever it is, it comes only to those engineers who have the right concepts and the logical troubleshooting. If you have these two things, no firewall is difficult to learn and no firewall is difficult to crack. All right. So point is, it's all about concepts. It's all about the logical reasoning. Logical reasoning will only come when you understand the concepts. It's pretty simple. It's basic maths. If you know what is 2 plus 2, you know what the solution will be. If you know what is 2 into 2, you know what the solution is already, right? It's all logics. Network troubleshooting is exactly like that. Okay. So having said all these things, thank you so much to all of you for your time. I have certain questions, but those questions are anyway answered during our session. So I'm not taking that up because those were answered. Next is Next week we'll connect once more with the VPN questions. This Google form will remain consistently with all of you. So even during the week, if you have certain things which you want to discuss or maybe ask, use this Google form and put up your questions. So we'll take up next week when we'll connect again, maybe on the same time, 9 p.m. IST on a Friday. Okay, till that time, have a great weekend ahead, guys, all of you, and let's connect next week. Okay, all right. Thank you, everyone. Bye-bye. Good night.